That's right, we're back on Flicker Strike, boys. We Flicker Striking again, them Elder Slayers. We're doing it again. I've done Chaos, I've done Lightning, I've done Fire, I've done Cold, I've done lots of Flicker Strikes. They've all been Slayers. This is the Wildspeaker Flicker Strike. Let's see how it goes. Now, FYI, this is before I did Uber Lab. This is before I got Tailwind. It went pretty well. The original plan here was to use a replica Shroud of the Lightless to get 6 Abyssal Jewels for just flat lightning, and then flat lightning with sword attacks, and then crit multiplier, and then either life or just more flat damage. It turned out to be very squishy, and I did not like it. And then I had a Forbidden Flesh, Forbidden Flame with Avatar of the Wilds. I actually invested in it. It's very good when you get Unbound, but you don't get Unbound all the time. It's only very part-time. So squishy body armor, low defenses, replaced it with a very high defense body armor with like 6,000 defense between the armor and evasion, and then more flat fizz reduction. The whole point of a Wildspeaker, right? Over just going Slayer with 20% Culling Strike. What's the point of going Wildspeaker? Well, you get to replace the body armor with a more tanky, more defensive setup. So, the Replica Shroud, I thought, hey, more DPS maybe. Didn't like it. Totally different setup. You can check the POE below. Just posting raw footage. This is, of course, Lightning Flicker Strike. And defensively, we have a lot of armor. We have a lot of evasion, which converts to armor with iron reflexes. And of course, we have flat fizz reduction. And we have not quite as much chaos as I'd like. Chaos res, I mean. But just enough with the chaos res. And we also get Fortify from our helm. And then it's mitigated with our Pantheon. That's how I fix the problem. You had to take the Shikari Pantheon. Very important, by the way. Don't ignore that part. Because it feels good. It's not that expensive. It's not the most expensive. This is not nearly as expensive. And it's also not nearly as good, but it's still pretty good. As the pure Lightning Flicker Strike, like fully optimized with tattoos and shit that I have in standard. But it's pretty good. See, Minotaur goes down like nothing. It's a lot of fun. I like Flicker Strike. Wanted to run at this league with Wildspeaker. Look, free replica Feral's Fur, not quite free Feral's Fur, and then 100% spell suppression. And then I went with Tailwind instead of the Wolves. The Wolves didn't do all that much. I got this random ass. Did the calculations on this. Got this instead because we don't use endurance charges anymore. We don't want endurance charge on melee stun support, and we don't want damage per endurance charges because we don't do endurance charges. We do like 4 power charges and 11 frenzy charges. Iron reflexes, as I say. And then martial prowess, calamitous, feed the fury. And then I switched over. I went with Oath of Spring, which gives us more shock effect. Crazy shock effect on single target. It's a lot of fun. I love this fucking build. Alright, enough fucking around. Let's run actual endgame content. Let's really test the build. Let's run Blazing Fragments. Let's do an Uber Searing Exarch and see if the build actually functions on actual endgame content. You know, it could be delirious maps, it can be simulacrums, it can be this, Ubers. Let's really test the build out. Got him down pretty good. Near immediate Fire of a Thousand Suns. Don't try this on hardcore. I'm not good at dodging this. I just died. Great YouTube video, right? Immediately spawned in town accidentally. Don't you love when you click spawn in town? Let's try this again. Oof. Oi, Minotaur. Let's try this again. Phase. It's not just a phase, Dad. Oi. Alright. We got that. I knew I could get this. Like, look. He's down. 1 HP. He has a fucking focus sash. Pokemon shit. Alright. Last portal. We got this. I knew I could get it. I just didn't care about dying. I didn't give a fuck. Just being a little cautious, and then boop. And there's the crystallized omniscience. There it is. Let's see what I got. And it is not that bad, actually. Not too shabby.